tonight. Welcome 2012, a subdued night in the city as suburban parties cause problems for police. Sydney steals the show with a spectacular start to the new year. And Times Square turns it on as all eyes in London focus on the eye. Good evening, I'm Tim Webster. Also tonight, a woman critically hurt after being run over by a taxi at Burswood. And back where it all began, the young woman who made Perth Cup history. Happy New Year. It's been a relatively quiet start to 2012 in Perth. Police made more than 150 arrests, but they were generally happy with the behaviour of revellers. The biggest problem, an out-of-control teenage party in Spearwood. Millions of people turned out at public celebrations across the country to welcome 2012 in stunning style. And as always, Sydney stole the show. Police praised the behaviour of most revellers. Emergency services worked around the clock to respond to calls. They're frustrated by a dangerous rise in the use of illegal fireworks. Millions of people packed landmarks across the globe to ring in 2012. Natural disasters have plagued the past 12 months, so many were relishing the start of a new year. Two men have been killed after being hit by a car while walking along a highway in New South Wales. The men believed to be in a critical condition in hospital after being run over by a taxi in Burswood. She'd been out with friends celebrating the new year.
WA locals. Those stories plus plenty more coming up in a comprehensive sports break later.
OK, next in 10 News, arson attacks, firebugs strike across Perth. And costly plunge, a big damage bill after a man gets stuck in a laundry chute. You're watching 10 News. A string of arson attacks across Perth has caused hundreds of thousands of dollars damage, one blaze leaving a young family homeless. Secrets from the 1980s have been revealed with the release of confidential cabinet papers, but they've done little to resolve an ongoing dispute between Bob Hawke and Paul Keating.
More details later. OK,
see you then. Coming up on 10 News, an arsonist terrifying Hollywood. And online lifesaver. A woman donates a kidney to a stranger who needed the help. The man who became wedged in the laundry chute of his home this morning is now faced with a $40,000 damage bill. It took emergency services over an hour to free the man, rescuers having to break up concrete to get to him. He was taken to hospital but has since been released. It's not known if he fell or jumped down the chute. Time for a look at the weather with Ellie Southwood and a few weather records for Perth, Ellie.
Absolutely, Tim. Last year was Perth's hottest on record in terms of daily maximums. Perth's average top temperature in 2011 was 25.7, and that's the warmest since records began in 1897. Over the course of the year, Perth had 76 hot days, or 76 days above 32 degrees. And while we're on records, Perth's December was its wettest in 60 years. In just 3 days of rain, Perth recorded almost 76 millimetres. Normally it's only 12. Taking a look at your New Year's Day today in Perth, and we reached a top of 27.7, which was about 3 below January's average. The overnight low was 20 degrees, and that was at 18 past 4 this morning.
To world news now, and Barack Obama has high hopes for 2012, pledging an economic bounce back for the US after a trying 12 months. The president used his New Year's message to reflect on the year, saying it was a time of great challenge and progress. It's been a sweltering start to the year for southeastern Australia. Ahead of temperatures in the 40s, Adelaide had its warmest New Year's Eve in more than 100 years. Losing weight, quitting smoking or spending more time with loved ones. A new year means a new round of New Year's resolutions. Matt Sulo joins us for a look at all today's sport, and no rest for yesterday's Perth Cup winning jockey.
No, that's right, Tim. She was riding high yesterday, and apprentice jockey Kira Yule was back at work today. We'll hear from Perth's first female Cup winner next. Also ahead, the Little Master leaves a big impression on the PM ahead of the Sydney Test. Plus, leaping into the new year, Robbie Madison and his teammate launched side by side in San Diego.